Japanese people have habits and traditions that are inspiring and exemplary. Names like Marie Kondo or Fumio Sasaki are two of the book authors who popularized this minimalist lifestyle. But besides the minimalist lifestyle, Japanese people also have a habit that has been embedded since birth called WABI SABI. In this video, I summarize a book called WABI SABI, The Art of Finding Beauty and Imperfection, written by Beth Kempton. WABI SABI explains the captivating concept of Japanese aesthetics, helping you to see beauty in imperfection, appreciate simplicity, and accept that all things are temporary. The concept of WABI SABI will continue to be relevant, useful for facing challenges in life and finding meaning beyond materialism. Hello everyone. In this channel, I discuss popular books around the world from various genres and categories. If you like, please subscribe to this channel and also turn on the notification bell, and most importantly, watch this video until the end so that you can also get the whole insight from the book summary that I discussed this time. Learn to accept yourself. In this era, many people are moving faster, stressed out, and obsessed with material possessions such as jewelry, fancy clothes, and prestigious positions. Maybe many of you work too hard, push yourself too hard, and end up feeling too overwhelmed in life. In this book summary, you will learn the definition of WABI SABI and its relevance to today. And there are 4 other aspects discussed which are about simplification, living with nature, acceptance, and appreciation of all moments. Accepting imperfections amidst demands for perfection. You live in an age where you are bombarded with messages on how you should look, dress, eat, and shop. About how much should you earn, who should you love, and when should you get married. Maybe many of you invest more time thinking about other people's lives than your own. Social media has turned into a function of comparing yourself with others. Even you yourself disturb your mind by constantly checking how many reactions people you don't even know give when you post your photos on social media. Until finally, you are tired and need to stop looking around and decide what is really important to you. WABI SABI can help you and is still very relevant today. WABI SABI is actually rooted in these ideas. First, the world looks very different when you learn to feel it from the heart. Second, life is ephemeral, therefore perfection is impossible, and imperfection is natural to everything, including yourself. Third, there is great beauty and comfort found in simplicity. WABI SABI presents a wisdom that values peace, harmony, beauty, and imperfection. And this will strengthen your resilience in the face of modern-day ills. It helps you decide what is truly important, despite the desire for more, better, and greater. In WABI SABI, you need to slow down and allow yourself to escape the endless judgments of perfection. Simply put, WABI SABI allows you to be yourself. It encourages you to try your best without causing you pain in the pursuit of an unreachable perfection. It slowly relaxes you, makes you enjoy life, and makes you realize that beauty can be found in places you never thought possible. This will make every day a doorway to happiness. The secret of WABI SABI lies in seeing the world not with the logical mind, but through the feeling heart. Beth Kempton. Nature accepts you as you are. The experience of WABI SABI is often felt in the presence of natural objects. Therefore, spending time in nature can be a powerful experience. It reminds you that you are part of something magical, and you get a glimpse of yourself. The forest doesn't care what you look like. The mountain is indifferent to any position. The river continues to flow without thinking about how popular you are. The flowers continue to bloom, whether you make a mistake or not. That is the nature that always accepts you as you are. That way, when you go to nature, you will feel unconditionally accepted. The medicine the forest provides is far more powerful than contemporary welfare trends. When you spend time in the forest and experience a mindful moment among the trees, you will feel supported, sustained, and transported. It's as if you've returned to your friend who will hug you. In this modern age, you spend too much time in boxes called houses, cars, and offices. Get out of that box and get close to the wild outdoors to sharpen your senses and remind you how precious life is. You need birdsong and the big sky to remind you that you are part of nature. There are some tips when doing a forest bath among the trees. Walk slowly, focus on the present, and put your phone in your pocket. Use all 5 senses to explore the environment, listen to all the sounds that are present, touch everything, breathe deeply, and look up at the sky. Spend a few moments in silence. Take off your shoes and feel the ground or dip your toes in the river. Notice how you feel when you are in the embrace of the forest and ponder philosophical questions to yourself. Nature is a place of wonders. Intricate growth, beauty that only comes and goes for a moment. It reminds you that life is temporary. The rhythms of nature make you aware of listening to your own natural rhythms, so you know when to move and when to relax. Acceptance is the best friend. One of the core teachings of WABI SABI is acceptance of the true nature of life. Everything is impermanent, imperfect, and incomplete. A more authentic way of life is an imperfect life that is more powerful, graceful, and valuable. WABI SABI teaches that dynamic transience is the natural condition of all things. Change is inevitable. Therefore, holding on to the past is pointless and stressful. Be flexible like bamboo that when the wind blows, let it go and moves with it. Rigidity that assumes life will never change will make you vulnerable. Stability keeps you safe, but if you are not flexible to change, then it will knock you down. On the other hand, if you accept what happens, then you may get knocked down, but not to the point of collapse, because you can bounce back quickly. One perspective in WABI SABI is to see things big and small for what they are, whether they need to be kept or let go. Acceptance of the difficult does not mean that the story will end that way and condone inappropriate behavior. It is also not passive, but active. Acceptance means recognizing that it is what is happening and going with it, not against it. If it matters that much. And it is the beginning of what is to come, and it is what you will do next. In other words, that's where you are. What happens is what exists in the present moment. You can't ignore what's going on, but there's no need to make a big deal out of it either. You need to live with it and acknowledge it, then let go of the bonds. Learn to surrender to adversity and accept that it will come and go. This week, challenge yourself to be clear about what you're grateful for and let go of your expectations of things that haven't happened yet. Stay open and make room for small miracles. Try not to control anything without getting stressed when things don't go as expected. Take it slow, and because if you chase perfection, your life will speed up. Perfection is a myth. You are perfectly imperfect, just as you are. Beth Kempton. Don't be afraid of failure. There are many ways to deal with it. In WABI SABI, there are 3 frameworks for looking at failure. First, failure builds resilience and helps you grow in many ways. Everyone fails, and stop chasing perfection. Second, the feeling of failure is not eternal. There are new opportunities every day. Third, everything changes, and this is a moment to pause. Competition will encourage you to challenge yourself and sharpen your skills. The problem is when you try to chase perfection in a world that is completely out of your control. Relax and realize that perfection is an unattainable goal. What matters is the process. Failure is difficult, but you can choose your attitude towards it. If you choose to regret and hate yourself, then it will only make it darker and harder. Because everything changes, right? Try to take it as a lesson. Even though it's hard, if you choose this attitude, then you can focus on more positive things. Realize that failing to move forward is progress. Failure doesn't have to be the end of the story. Failure can be the beginning of your new chapter, but only if you accept imperfection, love yourself, and choose to move forward. Stop feeling that everyone is watching and waiting for you to fail. They're not. Practice the 5 stress-free steps to learning from failure. Truth. State the facts about what happened. Humility. Be clear about who you blame and what your role was. Simplicity. Explore the single biggest lesson you learned. Transience. Identify what you lost, what you gained, and what changed in you. Imperfection. This is not the end of the story. Decide what you do next. Perfection is hidden in every moment you feel. You can use the word perfect all the time, but only in the context of a moment. Believe me, those are the only moments when perfection is real. A piece of time can float by, sparkling in silence for a moment. And then it's gone. A perfect moment in an imperfect world. That moment when you walk in the middle of the forest, breathe in the air, and feel the touch of the wind, it's perfect. The moment in the morning when you step out of the house, letting the sunshine wash over you, is perfect. In a world that is constantly moving, such moments can feel like a wink to you. For a moment, you see yourself fully immersed in the experience, not distracted by the past or the future, and realize that the moment won't last forever. If you're able to slow down, focus, and pay attention long enough, then you will find value in the small details of everyday life. When you're in too much of a hurry, with your eyes glued to the future, or staring at your phone, or distracted by other people's lives, you miss the opportunity to stop and take in a beautiful moment of your own choosing, and experience WABI SABI. You actually know how much fun life can be when you are focused on the moment. It's just that you unknowingly spend your days rushed, distracted, stressed, confined, and on a path of life that feels foreign. When you truly open your eyes and heart, beauty calls out to you, cutting through the noise. WABI SABI reminds you to embrace each stage of life, so that you can enjoy it with appreciation. When you choose to live at a pace that suits you, doing the best you can, and accepting that it's all you can do, then everything feels different. Every stage of life is a time for growth. That's when the beauty from within will radiate outward. Book conclusion. WABI SABI is accepting imperfection when the world demands you to be perfect. When you go into nature, you will feel unconditionally accepted. The rivers, the wind, the birds will keep moving when you enter nature, no matter what state you are in, whether you are in a bad state or not. See things as they are, accept them, and actively move to overcome them. If you fail, take it as a lesson, and slow down. Perfection in the stages of life is an unattainable goal. Savor every moment of your life, and beauty will call out to you, through the noise of life.